is looking for as Rice takes it to the 11. Remember, they were down here inside the 10 when Pacheco fumbled. The only other time they've threatened is also, remember, they can double up here as they deferred at the top.
I would have taken a timeout if I was San Francisco there. That was very surprising. Kansas City, you got a ton of time. But they are right in that interesting spot where if they get a first down, you don't want to wait too much. Right now, we should turn out after this one.
Handoff to Rice for the second time, the ball carrier. And he's going to be down at the 9.
Now, Kansas City should be using a timeout.
And they do. Their second one.
This is a very difficult situation because you want to waste the clock, and you think you got a ton of time, but you think you only have those 2 downs, right there going into that play, say 3. But the truth is, you can get a first down, and with only 1 timeout, you might have hurt yourself on an extra play or 2.
Of course, depending on what happens here, how close they get.
This is a 4-down territory for me.
I would kick a field goal if it gets to that.
If it's incomplete, yes. But if you get into a 4th and 1 or 2, I'd be going for it.
I will tell you this, no team has ever won the Super Bowl after being shut out in the first half. 0-13 all time. So, points on the board, I think it's essential for him here, but let's see what happens with 3rd and 5.
Not many teams have gone to Super Bowl 4 the last 5 years. And Patrick Mahomes there.
And come back from 10 down.
Yeah.
Each of the 2 times they won it with this group.
They're poised. It's been difficult, and it could be worse without a fumble and a couple penalties.
Paging Travis Kelce.
So watch, he goes down. He didn't run with him. You know it's his zone. Kelce, go up in the middle and work on Fred.
Stepping up. Yes. Pancaked by Armstead.
This has been that rush lane integrity. What a job by Steve Wilkes, deep coordinator. Watch Bosa walk like he's going to go around the quarterback. Remember earlier when I talked about him going around and then Mahomes stepped up? Right here. He's going to pretend like he's going to come up and go around, and he stops and works back upfield. He almost rushed Mahomes to do that on purpose. Outstanding patience and just the ability to know the game at another level of awareness.
So Butker comes out for the short attempt. He's been perfect in the postseason. Nearly perfect all season long. 28 yards. Of course, it was from this very distance. He won the Super Bowl last year. Niners did take a timeout, by the way, to reserve a little time, assuming a made kick here, a chance to see if they want to think about it. So, Chiefs blanked up to the 23-second mark of the second quarter at Butker. Townsend on the hold, and Kansas City is on the board. So what do you think? That was a drive, Tony, that took 4 minutes, 13 plays, breaks down in the red zone.
Well, when you talk about that, this is the first time I've seen Mahomes, the poise of Purdy so far this game has been shown. But really, Mahomes, do you remember when we did the Raider game? We saw him move out of the pocket quickly. He started to try and do too much. And that reminds me of that Tampa Super Bowl. He's got to stay poised. We almost never see him this way. But the Niners have him a little rattled at the moment. And it's still a 1-score game. He's fine. He'll be able to fix it. But he's got to restart. His internal clock is playing very fast right now. And that's rare for him.
Can't say enough about Steve Wilkes. Under a lot of scrutiny coming in on the heels first of Robert Saleh and then D'Amico Ryans, the last 2 defensive coordinators going on to head coaching jobs. Of course, he was a former head coach himself in Arizona, interim coach in Carolina, and it's gotten better as it's gone on, especially today.
Everyone runs a system, right? It's so hard to come in to a brand new system. And now you're in charge of doing that, so it takes time to integrate everybody and understand the strengths and weaknesses. But him calling them out last week, the embarrassing, unacceptable performance, they've really fixed that.
So 20 seconds from the 25. Let's see what they're up to. If you go back a couple years ago, I mentioned the draft was in Las Vegas when Purdy's name got called with the 262nd pick, the last one And only one out of that class has started a playoff game, and all people, it's Skylar Thompson, who was the 13th quarterback of Miami last year. We had their game when they played up in Buffalo with the playoffs.
Yeah, the guys who played in the playoff games are the last 2 picks of the draft. Shows you, regardless of where you're drafted, you can make it, and not everybody can evaluate you perfectly. I'm surprised they're not down there.
Run it with McCaffrey picking up 7. Was that enough to get them a timeout here to take one? No. Let it come run out. And Williams and Karlaftis have a little discussion, and more over here.
Don't do anything silly that's going to affect your team in the second half with a 15-yard penalty coming out.
Yeah, no kidding. Chris Jones mixing it up there a little bit with Aaron Banks.
You've got the champs frustrated right now, right? You can see the emotion. We haven't seen them have team meetings in the first half in a long, long time. You can tell this is a very important stage in this game.
Big first half by Young. Quiet start for Kelsey. Purdy, again, unflappable as always, it seems. That's the end of the first half with the score. San Francisco 10, Kansas City 3. And coming up, the State Farm halftime reports. And stay tuned as Usher takes the stage and lights up Vegas.